Oh, and there. Wow, that was fast. And we are live now.
That's what she said.
Thanks for the warning. Hello, America, and welcome to another wonderful edition of Retro Reload with your East Coast friends. We got some fun stuff to talk about tonight, as usual, and once again, it should be a lot of fun. I'm Cashel, and with me, appearing in a blaze of glory, is Red Blaze 57, coming to us from New Jersey.
Hello.
He has the sexiest ankles on the planet. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Nikon, also known as Charles. Say hi there and here they are. Very nice. The only thing bigger than his biceps is his personality. Of course, I'm talking about Turf. He's here from Arkansas.
What's up?
And last but not least, we have Ian, also known as Bad at Chaos, who also just became the new admin over at VG Collect.
Hey.
So congratulations on that gig. Well, welcome everyone. Glad to be here. This should be fun. We have a couple things to talk about tonight, so I guess we could lead it off with the usual what are you playing segment. I know I've been playing some different stuff since the last time we spoke, and hopefully everyone else is too. If not, bring us up to speed on the progress you've made on what you have been playing, and we can take it from there. So who wants to lead this off?
I'll jump in there.
Right on. Go ahead.
All right. Well, Steve, I've been playing like a lot of casual stuff for me, but casual stuff for me is not going to be the same as everybody else. It's not on my phone or anything. I've been playing Kickle Cubicle on the NES a lot. It's a kind of a puzzle game. You're a little snowman-looking guy, and you freeze stuff and kick it off in the water and make new paths to cross. Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's in the kind of the vein of Adventure of Lolo or something like that, like kind of a puzzle, or a puzzle action game. So it's a lot of fun. I've been playing that and Star Fox 64 a lot. So
classic.
That's my casual gaming. Oh yeah, I've been playing it on the 3DS, so it goes with me everywhere. And then Bubble Bobble or Puzzle Bobble. I play that all the time. But anyways, that's my casual gaming. So Somebody else go. That's all I got.
It's not very casual if you ask me, but that's what makes it awesome. So good for you. I guess I can go next. On the Vita, I'm still playing Mine Zero, still suffering through it, trying to get that damn platinum trophy. I think I'm almost there though, so wish me luck on that. But the main thing I've been playing is my birthday present from this past birthday celebration, Lufia 2, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I'm about the halfway point. I can kick myself for not playing this back in the day when it first came out. I should have hopped on this bandwagon long ago, but better late than pregnant. I mean, better late than never, as they say. So I cannot recommend this enough. If you like RPGs, it's probably hard to find, but the struggle to find it would be worth it in the end. This is a well-done RPG in every sense of the word. So that's all I've been playing lately. Who wants to go next?
As opposed to like medium rare or something like that.
I see what you did there. I like it.
Actually, I mean that game is kind of hard to find, so it might be medium rare.
Medium, yeah, exactly.
Well done.
Yeah, there you go.
Tasty. Oh man.
And the puns keep flying.
Yep. And I hope they don't
Punishing tonight.
stop because that's what makes us so much fun to hang out with. So, anyways, I'm done. All right, Red Blaze, I saw you hold something up for a minute. What are you playing right now?
Yeah, I've been playing more Smash Brothers. I'm actually finding out that I'm not that bad with Peach out of all characters.
Peach?
Yeah. And we're outside of that.
Peach was awesome. She was like my main in Melee.
Well, Melee I was mainly played Ike.
Ike wasn't. You mean Ike? You mean Roy?
Or Melee, right? Roy, yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking Brawl there for a second.
That's okay.
But,
Not Brawl. Yeah.
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 But
that's all right.
other than that, I played a bit more Rocket League. I actually played with an old friend of mine, and I realized how much of a competitive gamer he is. to the point where he was just complaining, and I had to get off.
Well, I mean, are you guys at least still friends after?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
then you're good. Keep playing them with them.
You know, it's just kind of it's just annoying hearing somebody just yelling in your ear what's going on in the game.
That's why I quit playing online.
Right.
Well, that's why I've been mainly sticking to the Wii U for online. Nobody puts on voice chat. Whenever, and there are games that do not have voice chat, like Splatoon, which is really good.
All right. Work. Very nice. So that's what you've been playing lately is mainly Smash?
Smash and a little bit of Rocket League.
And cool. Very cool. Alrighty. Bandit Chaos or Mr. Nikon? What have you been playing lately? Who wants to go first?
I'm just trying to get another good recording of my speedrun for Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
First one I used the wrong software capture. It looked like crap. And that's the first goal of the day, and I did it pretty much perfect.
What was your final run time?
Little over 7 minutes.
Not
What's
bad.
the world record?
5 minutes and 4 seconds.
I thought that dude broke. I thought he was under 5 minutes.
Well, the official Twin Galaxies one is 5 minutes 4 seconds.
Is there one without glitches?
That's one about glitches. Yeah.
That's without glitches?
Yeah.
Wow. That is good. Is this guy Japanese?
No.
Korean.
Oh, wow. He's still kind of.
I don't think it's.
He still has it in his blood. You know the.
No, I was saying, is he Korean?
No.
Oh. Well, we look forward to the day when Mr. Nikon you
break it.
not only break your record but break his record too and represent Chicago and all the gamers there.
Yeah.
You know, a few years ago, that was like my goal for the year, that I was gonna at least get close to the world record in speedrun in Mario or Super Mario Brothers, and I got down close to 6 minutes, but man, I couldn't. There's no way I could shave another minute off of it. I mean, it was just that was flying. But
Yeah.
Like, do you have to use all the warp zones and stuff?
Yeah, you use the warp zones,
Okay.
but you can't. And there's some glitches that people use to get it. They can get it down under 5 minutes. It's unreal. But without glitches, I mean, I was like at 6:20 is about as best I ever did. 6:14, I think, maybe. So
That's pretty good.
Still pretty good. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was
better
proud
than
of it,
I
but I realized there's no way I'd ever get down under 5 minutes.
Yeah. 5 minutes 7 seconds.
You know,
Yeah.
I wonder how long it would take to do a perfect run without using any warp zones or glitches.
There's a video on YouTube of the same dude doing it.
Yeah. Fastest full completion is 20 minutes and 2 seconds by the same guy who's got the minimalist speed run.
Huh.
So.
Some of those later stages are pretty hard. I mean, it's been a long time since I played that, but you know, Hammer Brothers throwing their hammers at you, and
Yeah.
I almost said something else.
It's okay.
Yeah. Got to keep it PG, America. Keep it PG. So that's all you've been playing then, Mr. Nikon, is
Pretty
speed
much.
Mario? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good
It
luck
seems-
on breaking your record and getting good recording of it.
Seems like the two enemies that everybody hates are Hammer Brothers and Slicers.
Slicers.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What?
Oh, okay. I was
The
like,
ones that will actually attack you at range.
Yeah. But the Hammer Brothers in 8-3 are pretty tough
they're
to get
everywhere.
by. Well, yeah. There's about eight of them in 8-3.
That sounds right. There's two on the up and down, or the two layers of blocks. and
Yeah. Then there's one.
Then
two,
there's four
Yeah.
or two sets when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
The ones on the ground are the ones that always give me trouble.
That's when you have the firepower. Just shoot them and keep on running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if when you're really running, you don't slow down for the mushroom or slow down for the flower to come up. You just go.
Yeah.
I am dreading the Mario Maker for just the Hammer Brothers things that people are going to do.
Yeah, Hammer Brothers in clouds, Hammer Brothers coming out of blocks, Hammer Brothers coming out of pipes, Hammer Brothers just everywhere. Yeah.
It's Hammer Brothers.
Suddenly, giant Hammer Brother.
Hammer Brothers come out of piranha plants. Instead of spitting fireballs, they'll spit up Hammer Brother.
Yeah.
Hammer Brothers throwing
Yeah.
Hammer Brothers.
Hammer Brothers throwing other Hammer Brothers, throwing other Hammer. Yeah, it's like infinite Hammer Brother.
Hammer Brothers on top of the Bowser throwing hammers.
Oh,
Bowser
man.
throwing Hammer Brothers.
Hammer Brothers throwing chain chomps, or I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Chain chomps, I forgot about those. Ah, man.
Hammer Brothers throwing
Throwing
Bowsers.
Or no, it'd be pretty tricky. Throwing wigglers, like the caterpillar guys. 'Cause they're
Oh,
really
like
long.
the one that gets mad when you step on its back? That one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just because they're so huge. So if it's flying through the air, that'd be ridiculous to dodge.
Oh,
When does
yeah.
that come out? Does anybody have any idea?
Oh.
What?
When that comes out?
It comes out
I was looking at it
September
earlier.
11th.
September 11th. All right.
Yep.
Didn't something happen that day? I can't. No.
Yeah.
Anyways, good luck, Mr. Daikon, meeting your
Thank you.
record time. We are all rooting for you. So, how about you, Bad at Chaos? Have you been playing anything new since the last time we spoke?
Well, I haven't personally played it per se, but I just held a Mario Kart 64 tournament at a movie theater. That was pretty fun.
Oh, cool.
We
That's
had
awesome.
we had some of the matches going on the projector. It's pretty cool having although it's pretty hilarious because Mario Kart 64 it's standard definition, and when it's being blown up onto a massive screen, it just looks like shit, but it was still pretty fun. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
You hosted this, you said, or you just participated?
Yep.
You participated in this?
Yeah, I hosted it. Yeah.
That is awesome.
I even hooked up with the Flea he hooked me up with some extra controllers, which was nice of him. Gave me a little deal on that because I needed some controllers. I have like 3 N64s but not enough controllers. But anyhow, so that went well. But anyhow, I've been playing. Actually, I just got in the mail recently. It was Tingle's Balloon Fight. It was a
Is that European
Japanese-
only? Oh,
no,
yeah.
it was a
Japanese only.
Japanese Club Nintendo game.
Okay.
Basically, it was Balloon Fight with Tingle, whatever you want to call him.
What am I thinking?
One thing I didn't realize about it that's going to be pretty interesting I'll have to get some friends over to try this out, but it actually has a 4-player mode, so that would be pretty interesting, I guess, for Balloon Fight. But
Be chaotic, sounds like to me.
yeah. Well, yeah, and also don't forget you got the second screen, so the environment is basically twice as large as well. So yeah, it still would probably be pretty chaotic though. Yeah, but yeah, it's been as far as a Balloon Fight game goes, it's I'd rate it pretty well.
Cool. I was thinking of another. It didn't come out in the States, but it was another Zelda game that featured Tingle.
Yeah, there was 2 of them.
Oh,
yeah, there was.
the Ruby Roseland or something.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about. So my mistake.
No, there's that, and then there was 2 of them. I can't remember what the other one is called though. But yeah, they're pretty weird. I don't know if I've watched like Let's Plays of those. They're definitely pretty strange.
Yeah, well, isn't that like kind of par for the course for that character? Like, isn't he like odd?
Yeah, it's like if you thought he was, I don't know, bi or homosexual then, you definitely know he is now. It's just like yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, he had
But,
that mustache that already gave it away, but this just adds fuel to the fire. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
about
awesome. Very cool. I wish I was. Did you, by any chance, record any footage of that tournament you held?
I did of the very last race. I haven't put it up anywhere yet, but I didn't really have a capturing device. I basically used a camera, which is kind of crummy, but
It's all
Yeah,
right.
you do what you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to post that at some point. Love to see that.
yeah, I'll have to.
Cool. Well, everyone, it sounds like we've been playing some fun stuff, and that was fun to listen to. But I think it is now time to get to the main topic du jour this evening,
Nikon, what the hell is your Genesis doing to your Super Nintendo?
which is actually kind of fitting that you said that.
What? They're just cuddling.
I see second base right there. You better watch those two. So.
Aren't they not supposed to be in the same room?
There we go.
What the hell?
It's like a sandwich.
Now it's interracial.
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go.
Man.
Add the TurboGrafx on top.
It's like Jenga. God, what else can you put on there?
You gotta put the tower on top.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Please don't. I'll cry if you break something.
Yeah.
With the Sega Mega Drive on there, and
So anyway, what my idea was talking about the 16-bit wars back in of us being, a certain age, growing up in, in the 80s, 90s.
Here, here.
You had your Super Nintendo kids, and you got your Sega Genesis kids.
your TurboGrafx 16 kids, yeah.
Here you go for your TurboGrafx 16. But
Do y'all
all
know
three of you.
anybody that had a turbo? Do y'all know anybody that
No.
had one when you were a kid?
No one.
no.
Now, I only seen one in real life.
I only know
Not
one
just
guy,
for video.
and he's just a random dude on YouTube, so don't even know.
So you want to talk about like what one you favored as a kid and how you stand to this day, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. All right.
I was a Super Nintendo kid, That's what I grew up, I had the, original Nintendo, then, I subscribed to Nintendo Powers, of course, that pushed me toward getting the Super Nintendo. When I got the little video for Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, the
that's what-
cassette, the VHS.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually got over on the other side of the room.
Jenny. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, this is what really pushed me to get a Super Nintendo. So.
So you saw the commercial for Donkey Kong Country, and you're like, "Yep, that's it. I need that
Yep.
now." Okay. Very nice. Well, just like you, Mr. Nikon, I was also Team Super Nintendo because I'm a Mega Man fan, and then when I found out Mega Man X was going to the SNES and not the Genesis, that's what hooked me. Of course, then I started playing RPGs, and the Super Nintendo had the better library for RPGs as well. And I'm wearing a Chrono Trigger shirt just to commemorate, the the era. But yeah, so I was also Team Super Nintendo.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, the rest of everyone.
Well, I was a Nintendo kid, and I'm still a Super Nintendo kid. I don't know if we're gonna have anybody that's gonna represent the Genesis, but anyways, I had a buddy that from down the street. He was Master System and then Genesis. So I mean, I got to play a few of these games growing up, but they both had their strong points. There's that blast processing, but I was a Nintendo
I still don't know what
kid.
that means.
I was a Mario fan. So, I mean, I was a Nintendo kid too. But not saying
High
that both didn't have merit.
Yeah. So yeah, what is it? I actually found this page. It's got the specs that does a breakdown between the two systems.
Oh, okay. That sounds
Pretty
interesting.
Pretty much the only thing that the Genesis had over it was the RAM speed, right?
The CPU speed.
Or CPU speed, which is how they came up with the whole blast processing thing.
Yeah, it was 7.67 megahertz for the Genesis.
Screaming.
And somewhere between 1.79 and 3.58 megahertz for the Super Nintendo. But Nintendo had more RAM, 120 kilobytes. It had double the RAM. let's see, better sound RAM, like another 64 kilobytes for that. More channels of stereo, more colors possible. Yeah, like the Super Nintendo could display 32,768 colors, and the Genesis could only do 512.
That's it?
Chew.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch. That's like a kick in the nuts.
And simultaneous colors possible for Nintendo was 256, and the Genesis could only do 64.
Wow.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Red Blaze, what team were you representing back in the day?
My first console was the Nintendo 64.
All right, you're too young, so damn whippersnapper.
Yeah, so basically, my stance is, I got both. Why do I care?
Fair enough.
You
That's a
weren't
good
around
attitude.
then. You weren't around then.
You don't know the struggle.
Do you
The
remember
struggle was real.
Do you remember the Challenger?
the space shuttle?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I do then. Bad at Chaos, what about you? What team were you on, or were you too young as well?
He wasn't born yet.
He wasn't born
I
yet.
was born.
God.
I was alive, but no. It's kind of funny. Like this whole area, my whole hometown was all Nintendo, even through N64. Wasn't until like PS2 where everybody kind of switched over. But yeah, I don't know. My first system was the NES, even though I was born in '90. But my first system was the NES, and then I kind of had acquired, and then I basically skipped to 64. I never had a Super Nintendo, but most of my friends, who had older siblings and stuff, had Super Nintendos as well. Growing up, I think I only had like one friend who had a Genesis, and that was basically, just mainly playing Sonic games and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay.
Sure.
But like you said, I'd still have to lean towards the Super Nintendo for its better, color and audio. But even though it's a lot slower.
That's the speed never bothered me. I never paid attention to that, but I'll have to take everyone's word for it.
But yeah, I mean, first experience with Genesis games was actually with Sonic Mega Collection on a GameCube, and where I didn't experience any Super Nintendo games until the Nintendo Wii and the eShop there.
Yeah,
Which, as soon as I played Super Castlevania 4 and Super Metroid, I had to get one.
I think it's so funny now that all the Sega stuff you can play it on Nintendo stuff now. Back then there was such fierce rivalry.
I know. Did you know anyone? I knew one person who had both Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Like, and back in those days, that was unheard of. So,
That was a rich
did anyone? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, spoiled rich
It's
kid.
kind of funny to think that like a lot of people actually have both consoles nowadays. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. Like back then, you didn't, like you said, you didn't really hear of that. Even though modern systems are by comparison a lot more expensive. I'm not sure how expensive the old systems would be by inflation, but yeah.
Actually, I think systems are cheaper now if you figure in inflation. Of course,
Are they really?
there's that graphic that floats around the internet. I think they're. I mean, I really like the Atari 2600 was ridiculously expensive once you factor in inflation. Because I want to say it was like $199 or something in 1976.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
now don't quote me on that, but I mean I'm just pulling that out of the air. But I mean I've seen that graphic float around the internet somewhere.
Okay.
There we go. Let's see. Here we go.
I had my friend who I talked about earlier with the whole Rocket League. He actually had a Genesis. I remember now, but I never saw him play it.
So he just got it to collect dust. I mean, it was just there.
I don't know. It's just odd because I never saw him play it, and my first introduction into video games was the PlayStation, out of all things, which my next door neighbors had, and then he had, and then I get the 64.
Okay, so I found the little graphic here. The original price of the Atari 2677 was $200.
You're right. Hey.
Converted today, it is $796.
How much?
796.
Oh, pocket change.
Inflation's a bitch.
Yeah. And the
Crazy.
Intellivision in '79 went for $300. Converted to today's dollars, that's about $935.
Does it have
no
Neo
bitch about the
Geo on there?
PS3.
Yeah.
Neo Geo is original price $650.
Oh,
And
jeez.
converted today, it is $1,125.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Panzer Dragoon sagas I could buy for one of those?
Two.
Yeah, but y'all-
Almost.
How long was the freaking Neo Geo in production?
For a long time.
Yeah,
For a while. Well, especially in the arcade. Quite a bit longer in the arcade,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I think the
Those are fun. Miss those.
the MBS, they still had that going up into early 2000s, I think.
yeah. Trying to find it right now.
While you find that, did anyone like? I mean, it seems like everyone on this panel is all Super Nintendo, which is cool. But I mean, there's still some good stuff to say about the Genesis. I haven't thought of it yet, but I'm sure there's still some good stuff to say about the Genesis.
They
Oh,
gave,
wow.
Man,
they gave us
Genesis
this.
had good games.
They gave us this monstrosity. It's so big it can't fit into the frame.
Yeah. Mine does.
Looks like a spaceship.
That's what she
I love
said.
that.
Which, just to compare,
Oh, Jesus.
I got the Retron 5 right here. Still smaller.
Where's the CD attachment
Yeah.
for that?
For Retron 5. That's
They
what
need to
they,
have one at some point. That'd be cool. Sega
I'll tell you
CD.
one thing that I really think the Genesis did do better, and y'all may slap me down for this, but sports games. I know, like in the retro gaming community, everybody kind of just forgets about sports games, but at the time, you know, Madden was good on the Genesis. I mean, it had all the best sports
Yeah, a lot
games
of-
were on the Genesis without a doubt.
like the NHL hockey games.
Yeah.
Well, what made them? Because I'm assuming they were selling the Super Nintendo as well. What made them different?
Well-
Like,
Well, it had more. It had more. The Genesis had more opportunities to play sports games, more titles.
There you go.
mm,
There were, and it had like the Sports Talk series, the Joe Montana Sports Talk series. EA was a huge supporter of the Genesis. So I mean, all those games with the little yellow tab from Electronic Arts before it was EA, those were Genesis games.
that's really
So-
cool.
All right, the software production was discontinued in 2004 for the Neo Geo. So that lasted a long time.
I wasn't a sports player, obviously, so I mean that genre was kind of to me. But
Right.
for those that did have a Genesis, so you think that was what sold them to it? Because
I
they
think
were.
so. I think a lot of it there was that, and Mortal Kombat had blood.
Oh
that was
yeah,
a-
that's right. I forgot about that. Wait, didn't the SNES one have blood too?
Mortal
Nah.
Kombat 2 did. The
The
first
later
one.
ones.
Okay. Oh, and Bad at Cats may remember this, but Samurai Showdown was on the SNES and on the Genesis, but on the SNES, like there was no like violence. The Genesis had all the violent stuff. So
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've played the Super Nintendo version. I have it, but
mhm.
yeah, it obviously doesn't have blood, and
It also doesn't let you play as the last boss Amakusa. Like you can play as him in the Genesis version, whereas in the Super Nintendo version you could play as Earthquake, and so there was that character swap for whatever reason. But
Yeah, I don't know. I never got very far in the SNES version. I primarily have played the arcade version, or I have it on like Virtual Console. But yeah,
Or you can just get the Neo Geo version.
yeah,
there you go. Yeah, just I'll track down a cabinet and I'll haul that in here.
hook it up
Or
to
you
the
can
movie
start a
theater.
GoFundMe.
Yep, I've still got $20.
We're not going to start that again, please.
Doing better than me, Mr. Nike. I only got 10.
Please don't start that again.
It's still going.
By which he means donate, America. Thank you.
Does it have like a deadline before it stops?
I don't know.
Not really. Well, Samurai Showdown 5 for the Neo Geo AES is $3,000. Cartridge only.
Jeez.
What?
The first couple are pretty cheap, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, Neo Geo collecting is pretty insane on some of those cartridges because they're just stupid rare.
I did. Oh wow. That's wow. Well, was gonna say. Oh yeah. Were there other games that were on both SNES and on the Genesis, and like one had the better version than the other? Like.
Well, there's a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Street Fighter 2
Oh, yep. Forgot about that.
was better on the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo?
Than, Genesis.
Yeah. There's a lot of games like that where just having the extra buttons just, helped all around.
Yeah, and also on the Super Nintendo version, you can actually see the difference in the colors from the Sega and the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean...
No, I mean, just... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, here's the thing. A lot of those games that might have the same titles are completely different games.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's hard to compare them because they have to basically
Like,
they have to build them from the ground up basically for each system back then. So
yeah, like I think one of the more well-known titles is actually Aladdin. That's completely different.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What's a game that's almost the same on both systems? Can you think of any? The only one I can think of that's like almost exactly the same is
Any fighter.
Earthworm
really.
Jim. Yeah, most of the fighters, but Earthworm Jim was like almost the same. The only thing that was different was really the audio, but that's because they had different synthesizer things on there. But
There we go.
yeah,
NBA Jam. It was the same.
NBA Jam.
I can't think of any, honestly.
This right here is just about Turtles in Time. They're nearly the same game. Hypersonic Heist.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah,
Turtles.
that's right.
It's
Turtle Power.
nearly Turtles in Time. It's not quite as good, but it's one of my favorite games on the Genesis though. It's fantastic. I've got a lap full of games too that were Genesis exclusives because I was going to play devil's advocate here since I knew everybody was a Nintendo kid. I've got a handful of games that are
Those were awesome.
that if you only had a Super Nintendo, you missed out on these. You missed
Power
out on
up.
Comic Zone. This is
Comic Zone's a good
this
one.
is a cool game.
I heard it.
it's-
Yeah.
Playing in a comic frame, like a comic book. It's really, really cool.
It's a beat 'em up comic book.
What else we got here?
Basically.
Speaking of sports games, yeah, it's a beat 'em up comic book. This is one of my favorite football games of all time. Mutant League Football. It's silly,
For some reason, I knew that one was
goofy,
coming up.
and it's football. A new one, really?
Huh?
There was that Blood Bowl that came out for Xbox. It was kind of the same thing, but I never
I
did.
said I knew that
360, I
one-
mean.
I said I knew that one was going to come up.
Oh, you knew it was going to
Don't
come up.
forget
I
this
said I
one
knew
there.
it was coming out. I got excited. Because, well, this
Well,
is
let
better than
Here's classic
Mutant League
gaming.
Football.
Oh, yeah.
Is actually it's built on the Madden engine, so it's a legit sports game. They were just trying new stuff out, I think.
Did you play
I've
Shinobi?
got two
You already have
books.
Shinobi in that pile of yours?
No, I don't have Shinobi. In
Love
the pile. I do
Shinobi.
have-
Here we
I do
go.
have it.
I got Shadow Dancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shinobi's a
All
good one.
right.
There it
Shinobi's
is.
wonderful. So good.
What?
So hard too.
But then you also always play this one too, you know.
Classic, as it says in the title.
Other
Yes.
here's one that was different. Rocket Knight Adventure, or excuse me, no, it's Sparkster. That is, they're
Oh, the mouse?
different on the Nintendo. Yeah, or he's a mouse, or is he a possum?
I don't know. He's a rodent.
He's an anamorphic.
He'll make a nice fur coat one day.
I totally forgot
He'll,
that I had this for the CD.
What's
Sega-
up?
But
The Sega Classics for the Sega CD.
that's cool.
Yeah, it contains Shinobi, Streets of Rage, Columns, and Golden Axe.
Okay.
So it's the exact
Shinobi.
same as the regular Sega Classics.
I think that the only difference is that some of the 2-player might have been taken out for Golden Axe.
Oh,
I forget what it is exactly.
Oh,
but it's different.
Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's
Oh,
over there in my
yeah.
pile too. Where'd that go? There's World of Illusion too. That's really good.
You get Golden Axe. Strider.
Just about-
You ever play that one?
That was a good
Strider. Was that on that was on the arcades first, right?
Right.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
I
was
have
an
the,
NES game.
It's
too.
hard, but
PlayStation.
it's fun.
Yeah, and then they have Strider 2 and the I have the PS2 or the PS1 collection of has both of them. So I have played that just not on the Genesis. So
I know this.
This is. Oh yeah, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's a good one.
Yeah, they have
Go
this on the Genesis too. I haven't seen a Genesis version. I don't know how different it is from the Nintendo version. But
It's the same game.
same game.
Okay,
I have them
cool.
both. I don't know where it is, but I have them both. What I really like about, and this is turning into like a commercial for Genesis, like I'm begging people to. This is why you should like the Genesis. But the Disney games, I'm a sucker for those, for like the Disney games on the 16-bit era, I guess. Aladdin and Lion King, and there's a Beauty and the Beast game, the Beast Roar, I think, that's pretty fun. I like all those, and you can laugh at me if you want. The Little
Ooh, here's one.
Mermaid's fun.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, Toe Jam and Earl.
And the
Yeah,
sequel.
yeah. Heard about that.
The first one's good. The second one's not. It has a better title, Panic on Funkatron, but it's not as good a game as the original.
Oh, and the Genesis. Did anyone play Vector Man? I saw commercials for it as a kid.
Yeah,
So
that is
Vector-
probably one of my
Vector
favorite
Man.
Genesis games.
okay. Something to
One
look
and two are
forward to
both a
then.
lot of fun.
Okay.
Those are very good. And then, of
original,
course, I brought
Fantasy
this up
Star.
in the
And you know, if
I
you
brought
want
this
to,
up in the Castlevania one.
Bloodlines, I
That
really
was
want to
a-
get that.
That's such a good game, man. It's just, if you didn't have a Super Nintendo, or you had a Super Nintendo and not a Genesis, you missed out on that one. And then you missed out on Contra Hardcore, another one of my favorite, or this is my favorite Genesis game. It's, yeah, they're both, you had to have a Genesis to have them. I don't like exclusives for that reason, but it's good stuff.
You know,
Road
you know,
Rash.
Yeah, Road
Road
Rash.
Rash is ass.
Alright, Road Rash 2.
It can be fun for a little bit.
It is. It is.
That's how you really
I'm
feel.
kidding,
Jeez.
But yeah, as I was about to say, if you really want to experience a bunch of Genesis games especially on the cheap, definitely look for Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection on the PS3 and 360.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
Isn't there some Master System games on that too, or did I dream that up?
yeah, there are unlockable ones, I believe. Yeah, Golden
That's
Axe.
cool.
Oh, Golden Axe Warrior, the original Phantasy Star, Alien
Hey,
Syndrome,
now that's up my alley.
the Master System version of Ultra Beast, Congo Bongo, Fantasy Zone, the original Shinobi, Space Harrier, and
Sweet.
Zaxxon.
Dude, that's a well spent $20 right there.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Fantasy Zone on Master System? No,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Because I know they were on
I was just
Famicom. I
reading
don't know
off
if they ever
Master
made
System
it
was.
to the NES, but
Yeah, Fantasy Zone 1 and 2 and Fantasy Zone Maze were on Master System.
But yeah,
Ooh,
you know,
I forgot about this one. Mega Turrican.
Oh,
Mega who?
that's a little out of my
Turrican?
price range.
I mean,
Is that really
I've played like
expensive?
ROM. I think it is actually.
I think
but I haven't-
I think there's a Super Turrican on the Super Nintendo.
Hold on. Let's back up. Mega Turrican's expensive.
Is
I
it?
passed
I
it
don't
up for
know.
$20 the other day.
Let me
Well,
bring up
Yeah,
the old
$20
price
is a little
charting.
bit more than I really want to spend on a game.
Okay, y'all were talking. I thought y'all were talking like Musha money.
Oh.
Up in the hundreds. I
Like
was about to
Panzer
say,
Dragoon Saga, which I'm still
Panzer
taking donations for,
Dragoon money.
America.
Oh wow, it's actually spiked up recently. Let's see.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
floating
that's-
around 30. It was floating around 30, and now it's all the way up to like high 40s.
Oh god. On Amazon, the lowest price is $54.99. For
I'm
Mega
That's
I'm just looking at the price charting, but yeah.
Let's see. There's got to be
Some
something.
gold.
Oh,
Super Turrican is $33. And I'm not even going to mention Super Turrican 2.
Quit it.
Oh,
killing me.
God. That's too funny.
Oh,
Wait, what is that?
This right here, Batman and Robin. It was on. They had a Super. There is a Super Nintendo one, and there's the Genesis one. I like the
And
Genesis
then
one
there's
better,
the Sega CD version.
which was just like a cartoon, which I would love to have.
I have it.
But I don't have a Sega CD. If anybody wants to donate one, that might have an extra Red Blaze. My address.
I don't know, maybe.
Man, there's a lot of games. Of course, I say a lot of games. I've got like 20 sitting here right around me that weren't on the Super Nintendo. I guess I am trying to get everybody to play a Genesis.
Oh,
Gunstar
the
Heroes.
Genesis is great. Don't get me wrong. Just like growing up, you only were allowed to have one or the other. So
Right.
I mean, I went with Super Nintendo.
Oh, if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick Super Nintendo 1,000 times over. But there's still plenty of good games on the Genesis that people just don't really care about or don't really know about.
Oh, wow.
So dropping knowledge bombs tonight,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
Knowledge. The more you know.
I mean, I just looked up on my VG Collect real quick, and we're including 32X and CD. I got about 40 games.
There you
for
go.
The Genesis.
I think I got about that many too. I'm
I've
counting.
I only got one.
Yeah, you bought
What is
Warsong, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really excited to.
I'm surprised you don't have any of the Fantasy Zone games or Fantasy Star games.
I tried Fantasy Star 3, and I forgot. No, not 3, 4, the good one. And I never got back into it. Now I played a lot of the games in the Shining series, like Shining in the Darkness and stuff like that, but just went towards Super Nintendo for the other stuff. But yeah, I will try Warsong at some point because I have it after all. What's that?
TurboGrafx 16. Forget about this one.
It's something that's way out of my price range for everything.
It's not that bad.
Looks like an artifact.
Come on,
It belongs in the
game.
museum.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, indie.
Why are you holding up TurboGrafx games?
That's 16-bit-ish.
Oh.
It's stylized 8-bit.
Yeah.
Kid Chameleon.
16-bit light, or diet 16-bit, if you will. How's that sound?
We're 16 bits. Kind of. But yeah, that was like always the other system of the, well.
Was the Echo games any good? I never played those.
The Dolphin?
I know that kind of has a following. Yeah.
I played a little bit
like
of it, and I got really confused at what to do, so it looked pretty, though. I'll say that.
They do look very pretty, but they're not fun.
They're not fun.
Are you saying
So,
they're total
In my
crap?
opinion.
Wasn't
No,
there a
they're-
Contra game on there as well? On the
Yeah,
Genesis?
where you been? Where you been, son? Where you been?
We've already talked about it.
Hardcore.
That was like
I don't know.
5 minutes ago.
That was oh my god.
Pay attention.
OMG! Like, you totally weren't paying attention to the games you were talking about.
Nope.
I don't behave. Homie.
Whatever.
Oh, how about that Mortal Kombat? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Did we
Alright.
talk about Sonic?
Sonic
Nobody
the
said anything
Hedgehog?
about Sonic. You know why? Because Sonic's not fun. Right? I
It's
said
Sonic
not.
I disagree with that.
I don't
You know
like
what Sonic
everybody
is?
inside
Sonic
of
is
it.
delicious. They have the best slushies and shakes I've ever had. Anyone get that? No? No Sonics around you?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I got it.
There's a Sonic
Okay.
Yeah, I got Sonic. It's America's driving.
Isn't it great?
Super
It
Dog,
really is.
It's so good.
the original drive-in.
I get... Hiya!
99
The closest thing to a
99 cent
drive-in near
margin
me is
for 11.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another show talking about drive-in restaurants.
Yeah, your favorite drive-in restaurants or fast food restaurants for your gaming time, whatever. I'm working on it. Give me time. I'll work on it.
Domino's, because they bring it to me.
Oh,
Exactly.
Domino's. Oh.
God.
Cardboard crust for your soul.
I can't stand Domino's.
Papa John's?
No.
Pizza Hut?
He's a dick, so no.
I order my
Papa John?
Yeah.
Papa John is a dick.
better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John's.
I live in a giant mansion that's 50 acres large. Oh.
He's always
I got like 20. I got like 20 different pizza places within a good distance, and none of them are Papa John's, Pizza Hut, or Domino's.
There
Dude,
are.
I live in Arkansas. What is Arkansas known for? It's not pizza. Have you ever had Arkansas-style pizza? No.
Well, Arkansas is a natural state, so.
Boston pizza.
Oh, dogs.
Ruh-roh.
Dog, sorry.
That's okay.
Give them some peanut butter.
I order my
Yeah.
pizza usually from Todino's.
Is that Chicago only?
Yeah, one location.
Do you have
Man.
Jets Pizza in Chicago?
I think we do.
Oh, I love Jets. It's so good. Oh, so
Do you have Boston pizza?
I don't think so.
It's a Canadian chain. I just think it's hilarious because you know you never hear of you've heard of like New York pizza, you've heard of Chicago pizza, like what the hell's Boston pizza? I don't know.
Boston
but
pizza?
It's a chain.
Pizza.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Get
go
some
down
pizza
to,
pop.
that Boston's pizza there. We should stop by Tim Hortons on the way there. Get some coffee and donuts to go on the pizza.
Hey, there's Tim Hortons around here.
Don't forget to park the car.
Give me a break.
I lost my car keys.
Actually,
Oh,
I gotta go walk the dog.
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
hey, hose off, you hoser.
Were we supposed to be talking about the
You know how
Genesis
you can
versus the
back
Super
up a
Nintendo? Oh well.
Anyway,
Front of a car.
Yeah, we're supposed to spend this hour kissing the Genesis' ass because nobody likes it.
right. Anyways,
Hey.
you know, Super Nintendo was famous for.
$4.99 at Goodwill.
Your
With,
Genesis was $4.99 at Goodwill?
yeah, it came with a lemon on a swing sticker on it.
Well, man, you got a steal. That sticker alone's worth. I'm not sure how much, but
Half a cent.
Red Blaze has something to show. I can tell he's giving us that look. Go ahead.
Well, we all know that the Super Nintendo was pretty famous for trying to push their Super FX chip. Outside of Virtua Racing, I don't know of anything else that the Genesis had that had any sort of extra chips in it. Did it?
Not that I know of. That's the only
I don't know.
that I.
All right, but
I've got a question for y'all.
I think that idea got scrapped for the 32X and CD attachments.
There's Virtua Racing on
Why?
Why?
Why do EA games have that? What that little tab? What is that? Does anybody know?
That's to keep.
It's
you
on the
from trying
EA
to
Genesis
open up the games.
I don't know.
It's for what?
It's to try to keep you from opening up the game.
Oh, really? Oh, it's
That's
just a
from
little
what I can
clip,
tell.
huh?
It looks like the opposite, if you ask me. It's this bright yellow button-looking thing. I want to.
It says open.
Yeah. I mean, crap. Look. Oh, Mr. Nikon's gone.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but
There he is.
that's not a bunch of the early EA cards, anyhow. Like the sports games and General Chaos, another good game that was not on the Super Nintendo.
All the
Does he like
EA
General
games
So?
have. All the EA Genesis games have
All
that.
of them have it.
Yeah. You want to go get my Road Rash and prove it?
No, I know a bunch of them have it. Well, I know that a lot of the sports games had it, but I mean,
Pictures or
I didn't know
didn't
all
have
of them had it.
I'm gonna crack one open right now and actually see why.
Oh, you are? Oh, sweet. We're performing surgery on Retro Reload America, so that's exciting.
Where's Pugmire? He would love this.
He's probably still working because he's in the mountain time.
Come on. Well, they do have a bigger board on here.
Okay.
Ah, come on, get out.
Did you have to break that tab to get it open?
No.
Or?
I just slid it out.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
that's
the
what it looks
board
like.
is a bit bigger.
Well, the cartridges are bigger.
Yeah. Compared to the regular Genesis game.
Were there any other publishers for the Genesis that that had funky cartridges?
Wasn't there a red cartridge, like bright red, like Zach's shirt?
Maximum
Yeah.
Carnage.
Yeah, the Spider-Man game.
Okay.
Maximum Carnage.
But that was
Yeah.
for the Genesis, for the Super Nintendo,
It was for both.
and they were both bright red.
Just the Genesis version.
Okay. Yeah. So there's that one.
So here
No,
we go.
the Nintendo one's
far
red.
as I-
The Super Nintendo one's red, isn't it?
I don't know. The only two games I know that had a color variation on the Super Nintendo were Doom, and that was a red one, and
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Which is black.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be black.
I think there was.
I'm pretty sure. Maximum Carnage
Yeah.
is red. I'm about certain.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. There might be like a normal gray variant, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I think there is a red version on the Super Nintendo.
Somebody fire up the Google machine. eBay will know.
So yeah, the as you can see, like the EA
Alright,
one
apparently-
has like
Apparently there is
A billion more
red cartridge.
yeah. There you go.
Interesting.
What games are you comparing? What's the smaller one?
Bassmasters Classic. That's the closest one I had. So
But yeah,
you
apparently
just have PCBs laying around.
I cracked the cartridge open,
Oh.
or I unscrewed it.
anyways, I just checked real quick, and apparently there was a red cartridge for Maximum Carnage on the Super Nintendo.
Yes.
I thought that was kind of cool how they let EA distribute their own manufacture their own cartridges, because you saw that on the family computer or the Famicom a lot. A lot of the publishers were allowed to manufacture their own cartridges, so they have all kinds of variants. Like you have, like the Taito is different from the Namco, from the Konami, and they all have like slightly different cartridges. But it's kind of interesting how they kind of ceased that, going forward.
And
Yeah,
the
standardize everything.
the IRIM cartridges, they had the lights on them.
Yeah, they had little LEDs on those. Yeah, so you can actually
Really?
tell that your
Wait, what?
system's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What cartridge?
The publisher Irem, yeah, they had, I don't know, how many games were there? Like 8 or 12 games
Did they do-
that had that? But
Did Kung Fu have one? Because I have to have it now.
I don't know. I know not all of them did.
Oh, that is so neat.
Yeah, they have a little LED on the top there, so when you power on the system, the LED would actually illuminate. But because, as you may know, or for those who don't, own a Famicom, the Famicom doesn't actually have a light, a power indicator.
So that light was your indication, yes, it's on and you're good to go?
Yeah, kind of an interesting feature, but yeah.
Hey, whatever works. Well, we got about 7 minutes left.
That went fast.
Yeah, it really did. I didn't know there was I knew there was stuff on the Genesis, but shit, I didn't realize there was so much quality stuff.
Oh, man.
Like,
I've
you
still
have
got
stuff
two
here or
left.
there, and
Well, yeah, there's quality on both systems.
oh yeah, there's quality on
No.
both. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And like Red Blaze, I have a Retron 5, so I can enjoy the best of both worlds now. So
There you go.
And then some. Because you also got
and then some. Yep.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and actually I gotta bring this up. See this? This is what's called a power-based converter. It actually fits right into the Genesis slot and does work.
Ooh la la.
So
Is it a
can
Super
also play
Famicom you're holding
Master
up?
Games.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's cool. I love their little logo, like the red, yellow, blue, green,
Yeah.
flowery thing
Yeah.
at the top. I think that's so cute.
And actually, I also like the the
Controller.
the non-US controller. This is actually a European controller.
I have one of those too.
I always thought that was funny how Europe and America got the the box NES, and then with the Super Nintendo, Europe and Japan had the same
colored
design, and then the Americans had the box Super Nintendo. Like just North America had the box Super Nintendo. Everybody else had like the Super Famicom design.
We always got like the lame color schemes. It seems like.
It's odd.
Yeah, we got the best one. It's different, man. That's why it seems like it's something you haven't seen. It's just perception.
Oh, that's one thing I'm wondering. Does the Genesis is that region locked?
Yeah.
You can. It is.
Yeah.
I thought you could play Mega Drive games on a Genesis.
I don't know.
As far as I know, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
The only
I
one
don't
that
have any. I just thought you could.
I think the only Genesis that isn't region locked is actually Genesis 3,
Ooh.
the third model.
What about 4? The little one that they had. Well, no, there was that Genesis 4
the newer
thing
one?
that came out with a few years ago.
Yeah.
That had some games built in, and you could buy it like at Walgreens.
Good old Walgreens.
I don't know. I never bothered with that.
Yeah, so I always thought that was kind of interesting how like the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom and then the N64 for that matter, they're basically you can play Japanese games as long as the tabs are either removed or the cartridges are altered.
Yeah.
But
But you can't play PAL games because the setup for their TVs is completely different.
Yeah, that their system actually has a different. Yeah, they actually have a different processor to basically process the game at a different speed to get it to the right, like you said, to get it to PAL specs.
Which, yeah, if you want to hear some weird stuff, look up the original Sonic the Hedgehog music in the European version. It's just so slow, it sounds like completely different.
Right on.
All right.
Ready.
Oh,
Alright.
that.
Speaking of which,
all
funny
right.
enough, I actually ordered a new. I just got it in the mail like today with a new orange GameCube. Another one complete in box.
Nice.
Ooh.
Bastard.
You never have enough GameCubes.
I only have.
And
one.
Yes, you can.
I'll probably end up. I have another orange GameCube. I modded it a while back to play American games. I'll probably end up selling that one. But yeah.
Cool.
Keep my complete in box one.
Oh, I recently got a PS4 finally. So
Sweet.
that's my news. I'll post pictures of it online.
Did you pick up any games for it?
Just 2. Well, I already had the 2 before I got the system. I got the new Final Fantasy Type 0 and a really quirky RPG called Omega Quintet. And the game came with a Batman. I'm sorry, the console came with a Batman game that I probably will never play.
Oh, Arkham Knight.
That must have been it. It's somewhere.
That's the only new one.
I mean, is it an actual physical copy?
Yeah, physical copy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, hit me up if you want to sell it.
Sure.
Because I'm
It's a
looking to
good
buy
game.
it.
It's still in the Saran wrap, so it's never been
good.
touched.
Not as good as Arkham City, but it's pretty good. Just you get tired of the Batmobile.
Do you think I ought to wait for the Game of the Year edition or go ahead and get it?
Huh? I'm sorry,
Pow! Love those little onomatopoeias that popped up.
Anyways, as you were saying there,
Should I wait for the Game of the Year edition or should I go ahead and get Batman?
honestly, I'd say probably wait because there's also a $40 season pass.
Oh well.
So a lot of that stuff you're probably going to get on a Game of the Year edition.
Well, if you want it, I could probably, I may end up just giving it to you. So, but
Well, gentlemen, we have 1 minute left. Anybody want to wrap anything up?
well, I usually let Mr. Nikon do the honors of plugging and closing and all that good stuff. So unless someone else has something to say,
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
you know what?
In.
I just want to point out a video that came out recently. It's by this one YouTuber named Noggin, and where it's basically what it's like to run a video game store. actually very interesting to get into the mind of somebody who actually runs a game store, I think.
Okay.
So I suggest that if you have a chance to look that one up.
What's it
So
called
Noggin?
again?
Noggin.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to probably get the link posted on our Facebook group sometime soon-ish, maybe. So that is, we are on Facebook. So follow us there. The Twitter, Instagram,
Wait for it. Wait for it.
The Tumblr.
Farmers Only.
For it.
Foursquare.
Foursquare,
I'll
yes.
say it. Grinder.
There it is. All right.
I wasn't going to say it this week.
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingo.
Tinder, swipe right,
BlackMoney.com.
blah blah blah.
Yes.
J-Day.
Skype.
How about you?
Chat roulette. Yeah.
Chat roulette, yes.
Chat roulette. Oh lord.
And see we show up on the Smoking Guns mugshot Friday edition, so you can pick the crime that we committed. That already
AOL.
happened.
Yeah, go down to your local post office, look at the wanted posters. You'll find us on there. And, yeah.
I'm normally on the unwanted side, so...
The unwanted posters.
Are we on AIM, like AOL Instant Messenger at all?
ICQ.
Because we should be.
ICQ. Boy, you hopped in the Wayback Machine.
People still use those, man. Oh yeah,
Windows, that's like
RSS
Windows
feed.
3.1 right there.
Don't forget the RSS feed.
And don't forget to hit up our party line at 686 something something
Blah
19.
blah 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 blah.
We're on
958.
hey, and
Ventrilo.
we're on live links. You know, just call us up. We'll be on there probably tonight around 11 o'clock. So call us up. You can hear our voice, because the voice is better than just words on a screen.
All right, so
Second
in
Life.
reality, this is out of hand.
This is why we can have nice things, America. Ah.
Anyway,
do we really have Instagram? Because I don't know these things.
yes, we do have an Instagram.
That's
Yeah.
news to me too.
Oh,
Facebook,
hit us up on YouTube.
Yeah,
Facebook, Twitter, Telegram.
we're on YouTube, and I think we're on Google Plus. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
but
on-
who goes on that?
Google
We're the
Minus.
most disorganized group of online personalities ever.
And that's why we keep on doing what we do, and I love it.
And if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to our post office box, you could get a free info brochure on ICS, so you can learn about your next career.
Oh,
You can major in business management or accounting.
If you send us the self-addressed stamped envelope, Mr. Knock-On will send you a picture of the sexiest ankles ever.
Exactly. Do you want to make more money?
Right
We
there.
all do. There they are.
Check those
I need a
out.
poll. Polaroid
If
of
anybody's
that.
still watching this,
you know,
if this is on YouTube and anybody is still watching this, I want you to put in the comments ankles. That's it.
Fighter pilot.
If you've made it this far,
you know what?
Maybe
I had a-
cankles.
Ah.
Cankles,
God.
like Hillary Clinton? Is that what you mean?
You know what? This is just
No.
too perfect to not share right now. There's apparently a 16-bit beer
Oh.
About damn time.
and an
wait,
8-bit pale
16-bit
ale.
beer? Oh,
Yeah.
I
just-
actually have some of the pale ale around here somewhere, and it's actually not bad.
I love a good pale ale.
8-bit
Mm.
pale ale is not good.
Did
Or
they have
not
an
bad.
IPA?
I love IPAs.
Um,
So good.
DPA.
64-bit.
Yeah, it would be 64-bit.
64
Yeah,
bit whiskey.
I posted a link to the picture in our little comment section here.
Okay.
All right, let's check this out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We should wrap this up now, I guess, unless anyone has anything else to say.
No,
Closing
no one does.
thoughts.
Tacos.
Tacos. Today it's bacon.
Tacos
Ankles.
and bacon.
Bacon.
Take tacos.
That's it.
All right, thank you everyone in the world for watching us, and remember,
Thanks for watching.
eat your bacon,
Appreciate y'all.
play your games, and check out VG Collect while eating bacon. Thank you. Good night.
Peace.
Bye.